Thus, a figure of bearded man have been found in the Mohenjo-daro, which indicates that they used sewn clothing. The cloth used to cover the torso in the upper part of the body in such as way that it kept right hand free. There are evidence that they people took interest in cosmetic and had great aesthetic sense. Man kept long hair and kept beard or also shaven beard. The people of the Indus Valley civilization were aware of the bronze mirrors, ivory combs, anatomy rod, but not hair dyes. Sports and entertainment, the large number of terracotta figurines and toys such as cart, bull, elephant, monkeys, chariots, vessels, etc., indicates that the children entertained themselves. There are no clear evidence of music in the civilization. However, the findings of a dancing girl bronze figurine give some insight about the social entertainment, science, and technology. The Harappan civilization was the womb of the mathematics, from where both the concept of numbers and the numerical system originated. The numerical system developed by the Harappan includes symbol for most numbers and several innovations for mathematical manipulations such as addition and multiplication. The Harappan numerical system is decimal and additional multiplication is used. Then there are symbols for the numericals for 4 to 100 and 1000 and their derivatives. The numerical systems which was first used by the Harappan later found its way into other ancient civilizations. These peoples are known to have constructed the world's first tidal port at Lothal at the end of the Gulf Company. They possessed a high degree of knowledge relating to the ebb and flow of tides and carried on the brisk overseas trade. Brisk overseas trade with other civilizations. They were also conversant with the medical science and used various herbs and drugs to treat disease. The people of the Indus Valley civilization practiced trephination, which is a kind of medical intervention, making a burr hole in the skull to treat migraines and mental disorder. The evidence of the trephination have been found at Lothal, Kalibanga, and Burjuham, but not at Harappa or most other sites. Tools, arms, and weapons. They are make up the copper and bronze. They were unaware of use of iron. The Harappans people were generally peace-loving and had not much arms and weapons in their kitty. Burial practice. All Indus Valley sites have distinct burial of the dead practice. Surkotda and Dholabira are two sites where the burial practice resembled the megalithic practice. Economy. The economy was based upon agriculture as well as trade. Commerce was important and there were links from overseas places. Agriculture. The agriculture was the flourished condition which was due to timely and good rains. The sowed many crops including the rice, wheat, cotton, barley. Other crops were dates, melon, peas, etc. Predominantly a rain-fed crop, as irrigation was based upon the rainwater, but also the source of irrigation were available. Wheat and barley were the most important Harappan crops. In Harappa, three principal varieties of wheats were sown. Their varieties of the barleys were also sown. The cultivation of lentil, mustard, linseed, sesame has been found. The finger millet, ragi, bajra, jowar were also cultivated, and it seems that they diffused from Africa. Animal husbandry. The humped bull was domesticated animal. Other were buffalo, pig, elephant, donkey, goat, and sheep. Only Surkotda had given an evidence of domestication of horse. Generally, horse is absent in the civilization. The goat, cow, and sheep were commonly domesticated in the mature Harappan phase, but the evidence of buffalo have not been found in much quantity. Transportation. The cart and the chariots were means of transportation. For sea trade, big boats were there to serve the purpose. Relations and other civilizations. Indus Valley people had established trade relation with contemporary civilization by 2000 BC. They conducted trade with other civilizations including Mesopotamia, Babylon by land as well as sea route. The historical record of Mesopotamia mentions a place Melu, which seems to be either name of Indus River region or India itself. These records deserve wood, copper, gold, ivory, and exotic birds like peacock being exported from Melu. The Harappan trade grains, copper, utensil, mirror, elephant, ivory, cotton cloth, lapis lazuli, a semi-precious gemstone, and ceramic jewelry for gold, silver, marine shell, copper, tin, lead, jade, and amethyst. Some of these were crafted into ornament and exported. In various cities of Mesopotamia, the Harappan seal have been found which prove these relationships, weight and measurement. The weights and measurements were celebrated to a considerable extent. The measurement were standard, and perhaps there is binary system in use. A scale made up of elephant tusks have been found at Mohenjo-daro and Lothal. Finance and business and industries. There was use of many kind of metals including gold, silver, copper, lapis lazuli, turquoise, amethyst, and alabaster, jade, etc. It is thought that jade came from Central Asia, turquoise came from Iran, amethyst came from current Maharashtra, and lapis lazuli came from Afghanistan. A jewelry hoard have been found at Aladino, an Indus Valley site near congregation of Indus River and Arabian Sea. It had a necklace of 36 carnelian beads, bronze space beads, and a copper head covered with the gold foil and 20 gold lumps. The trade was multifaceted. It was operated on an intra-regional as well as intra-regional basis and had a guild system. Coupled with nomadic trade, there are no evidence of monetary exchange. Well-developed stoneware industry, the manufacturing of the some stone bangle was most prevalent in the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Harappa civilization had a economic zone. This economic zone was along the bank of a river Sirhind river. Metallurgy. These people were aware of gold, silver, copper, brass, bronze, and tin, but did not know about iron. Copper was the most widely used metal. Ganeshwar in Sikar district of Rajasthan is supposed to be supplier of copper to the cities of Indus Valley civilization. However, the largest hoard of the copper came from Gungaria pottery. A large variety of pottery, both plain and decorated, have been found. Harappans were shaped on a potter's wheel. The potter's wheel, being made of wood, have not survived. The kilns, kilns of kilns in which the pots were baked have been unearthed. The heating with skillful control, as most of the pottery was carefully fired. Once the vessel was shaped on the wheels, the arc was painted over it. Then the design were painted on the red surface with a brush in black. Bowls and other utensils were made with soft stones like albasters. Such utensils have been discovered in Baluchistan and in the valley of Indus. The seals were used the seals were used throughout the length and breadth of the civilization. Made of statite, these seals range in the size from 1 cm to 5 cm. Seals are either square, rectangular in shape. Square seals have been carving and inscriptions, while rectangular have only inscription. Most frequent engraved animal on Indus Valley seal are the humped bulls and unicorn. Art and architecture. The Harappans were not artistic people. Their architecture was completely utilitarian. There is no trace of ornamentation in house and public buildings, nor these are traced of paintings or monumental sculptures anywhere in the remains. At the same time, the Harappans seems to have excelled themselves in producing word of art of a art of a small compass. Their notable artistic achievement was in their seal engraving, especially those of animals. The best are those of the humped bull, buffalo, rhinoceros, and the tiger. These figures exhibit powerful nihilism and appears to be the work of craftsmanship, whose art are to be seen also in amulets and other subjects. Indus Valley civilization. Comparison of Indus Valley civilization with Mesopotamia. Both Indus Valley and Mesopotamia are oldest civilization of the world. Both traded with each other, The key comparison of the Indus Valley and Mesopotamia civilization are as follows. While theory of kingship or a ruler class have not been proved for Indus Valley, the Mesopotamia was ruled by a priest king who was considered to be divine. That king solved dispute, led administration, and had an army too. While no special place of worship have been found in Indus Valley, it is assumed that these people worshipped nature. However, presence of different religious objects such as a statue indicates that Indus Valley might be having polytheistic religion. In Mesopotamia also polytheism was present, but the Mesopotamian also built temple for worship. The Harappan society seems to be a matriarchal society, evident from so many statues of female deities. On the other hand, Mesopotamia across its history become more and more patriarchal society, one in which the men were far more powerful than women. Question of declines of Indus Valley civilization. Decline set in around 1900 BC. After 1700 BC, little remained in Harappan civilization. However, it did not come to an abrupt end within particular decade or century. Until recently, it was believed that Indus cities were destroyed by Aryans who entered India from Iran and Afghanistan through northwestern passes such as Bolan and Khyber Pass. The evidence of this theory were two-pronged. Firstly, there is a reference in the Rig Veda that Indra destroyed hostile people of Harappa, that is Hariyappa, called Dasyu, who lived in forts called Pur. Thus, one name of Indra is Purandar, destroyed the Pur. Secondly, there was a discovery of some skeleton of men, women, and children from the lower city of Mohenjo-daro killed during the so-called last massacre. Most ardent propounder of this theory was Sir Mortimer Wheeler. However, most scholars and archaeologists dismisses the theory of Wheeler's to be too simplistic. The argument against this that a Pur of Rig Veda was not a fort of Indus Valley but just a structure of filmy ramparts and stockades, etc. Further, Rigveds never mentioned anything about some of the recognizable features of sites such as streets, houses, wells, drains, and granaries. Another theory considered a combination of natural and socio-economic factor behind decline of the Indus civilization cities. The natural factor could be geological, the climate. It is believed that the Indus region experienced severe tectonic disturbance which caused earthquake. These upheaval not only disturbed their life but also changed courses of river or dried them up. The modern satellite imagery confirms dramatic shift in river's course which might have caused great flood, cutting the producing area from urban center. This is evident from the quantities of silt layers in the upper level of Mohenjo-daro indicating heavy floods. Another natural reason might be changed in the pattern of rainfall during the mature Harappan age in 2500 BC. There was a great rise in amount of rainfall, but the beginning of the second millennium BC it has dropped dramatically, thus affecting food production adversely with the river shifting their courses, the rainfall declining and sufficient food falling to arrive from the countryside. There was a slow but inevitable collapse of the Indus system. Its final outcome was catastrophic for the mature Harappan phase. This decline theory of environment degradation was given by the John Marshall. The dogma says that the cutting of the forest for agriculture and timber for fuel may have resulted in the barren land and silting of river. It has been postulated that the Saraswati region, the civilization declined mainly because of the shifting of the river channel. Claims of the Indus Valley civilization being a Vedic civilization. What is the Some Indian historian makes a claim essentially on the basis of the Puranas that Indus Valley civilization was one of the tribes and janas of the Vedic civilization. Puranas provides long list of ancient dynasties and so-called Uttanapada dynasty or Manu Swayambhu of the 10th millennium BC is considered as the first dynasties that continue for the thousands of years. This claim is also made to describe Harappan civilization as Saraswati civilization. Many Indus Valley sites like Kalibanga, Rakhigari, Banwali, Dholavira, Lothar are believed to be located along the Saraswati river. However, this cannot be credible, rational unless there are archaeological or any other type of evidence for claiming a continuity of Indian kinship from such an early period. This claim is thus treated with skepticism and the belief that no waves of the migrant entered India after the 10th millennium BC. It's considered false. However, the claim finds remains among Hindu religion nationalists imbued with the idea of Hindutva. This was the complete thought about the Indus Valley civilization. As far as my view is concerned, that has been stated, and please go through it and thank you very much. Good night.